Good. And what's your wife's name?
Jessica.
Jessica. How long you guys been married now?
10 years. Last June.
Goes by quick.
It does go by quick.
Yeah.
Golly.
Right.
Who puts up with me that for that long?
And so, I mean, probably like the best 10 years
Yeah.
going on so far as with your music career.
Yeah.
You know?
Everything really good has happened in the last 10 years. It's weird.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Well,
She'll take full credit.
well, God bless her, Jessica. Give her full credit. She deserves it.
Oh, God.
Hey, he's got something to do with it as well. That's for sure. It's like one of the people, it's great that you meet people like after your show, you know. And if they were to see, you don't do Sweet Madam Blue on the road with Phil Collins Experience.
No.
They would love that.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, they would eat that up.
Yeah, a lot of the people that come to our shows, the Phil shows, would enjoy
Yeah.
the other stuff I do.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
there's no
They
doubt,
would.
yeah.
Right. So it really is we are lucky. We're very
Well,
lucky.
thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate
No,
it.
hey.
I'm not good at taking
My
compliments,
pleasure.
but I'll.
Oh, well, you know what? Let me
appreciate-
follow it up with this. I really didn't like Casey Groove Therapy.
Good.
I used to
Me-
bitch.
me-
Brian, where are you?
Me either.
I'm just about
I
ready.
used to complain. I'd go see you guys. I'm like, I don't fucking get it.
I don't get it at all. I don't get it now.
Terry, I know we keep plying you with liquor, but
Uh-oh.
I stopped
Oh, yeah.
and got some.
Nukie Brown.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you got Nukie Brown. My
I
Uncle
think we're gonna
Frank
need
is
an
going to
opener.
freak out right now.
Uncle Frank.
We'll have to come back when Uncle Frank and Dad get here in February.
Terry Adams Sr.
Yeah,
He and I are friends on Facebook, by the way.
I'm flying them over to. They're going to fly over here before the week before Valentine's.
Great. Great.
Actually, if you don't mind handing me your.
Yeah, I was
Thank you.
thinking probably not a twist.
No, not these. It's not the old castle. The new castle.
I may need to
Oh
have
shit!
you.
I'm
hand
gonna
this
have to
back
call my wife to come get me.
There we go. We'll
Maybe.
we'll
No.
just work with what we've got on these, so we'll be good.
I got water over there as well. Don't feel like you need to finish anything.
Oh no, we're good. I'm good.
All
It's
right.
Christmas after all.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Here's to our holiday. Where are you going now, for God's
Centering
sake?
the camera. I know he loves.
So let me just get back to how I used to complain about Casey.
Yeah, tell me all about it.
I love that, you know, when I first saw you guys, Caleb and it's not Lonnie. Who is it again? Lloyd. Your drummer, Lloyd,
Yeah,
in Groove Therapy, right?
the Lloyd. You're
Yeah.
not talking about Lonnie because I did have a Lonnie at one
Yeah,
point.
yeah, Lloyd.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you guys they would just drop breakdowns throughout. He'd be double bass in it. And you got Caleb just going absolutely ape shit on his guitar. Seriously, hey, he's a great guitar player, by the way. He's really good.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
really good. And I used to be like, what the fuck? This is not how Sweet Madam Blue goes. What the hell? But I've come to appreciate actually getting to know Caleb, especially because he's a Dream Theater guy. I ran into him at the Dream Theater show.
Yeah.
Him and his girlfriend, and yeah, right.
That's
so you
funny.
guys,
They'll break down anything.
they will.
They break
Oh,
down.
my God.
They'd break down Neil Diamond. Honest to God.
Let's got to make that happen.
All right,
It
guys.
happens.
Oh, it happens.
It happens.
Okay.
Are we ready?
I think we're ready then.
Define ready.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Totally pre-recorded from the North Pole.
Kansas City night.
Oh,
I am Brian Rice,
I'm Shannon Gieber.
and today it's actually Kansas City afternoons because we're filming this and recording this
right in the afternoon.
in the afternoon.
Doesn't
Anyway,
feel like the afternoon.
we've been wanting to do this. It's almost been a full year since we last sat down with you
It is.
at
January.
the Uptown,
My goodness.
and Terry Adams,
Terry Adams.
Well,
Phil
hello.
Collins
the
Experience.
UK's most famous export into
go
Kansas
with that.
City.
Kansas
Yeah,
City.
let's go with that.
Hey, that
KC Groove
works.
Therapy and the
KC
Phil
Groove.
Collins Experience.
Right.
Welcome, Terry.
Yes.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
It's our holiday extravaganza, so thank you for
I
being the
can
guests. Yeah, no shit. Hey,
All right.
Call
Merry
you,
Christmas.
We got
Cheers.
our,
Cheers.
cheers. Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Cheers.
yeah,
like
yeah,
we'll
yeah,
just
yeah,
clink
yeah.
it in our
Clink,
hands.
clank.
God.
Clink, clank, clunk.
All right.
I don't
Hey.
normally drink, so this is just for you.
And tonight you're playing Casey Groove Therapy's playing in Ottawa, Kansas.
This would be
Ottawa.
December. Ottawa, yeah.
Yeah,
December
tonight,
20th.
December 20th. So,
Yeah, it's December 20th, isn't it?
right.
Golly.
Gosh. So thank you for being here with us.
Yeah, thanks for making the time. I know we've been talking about doing this since
We've been trying.
We sat down and since January. Yeah.
I feel bad.
How
No,
so
no.
we had a little bit of some, Shannon grilled some burgers and hot dogs for us before we came down here. We touched on a little bit.
Solid 7.
Thank you.
Just kidding.
That'll work. A little burnt. Burnt him well.
And, so how now that we're kind of wrapping this up, the year up, how was 2025 for you?
2025 was professionally, I think, probably one of the best we've had so far. I mean, if we're talking about the Phil Collins experience, KCGT keeps rolling along. Like we can't. Seems like we can't take any more
Can't
gigs,
stop
and then we
it.
just squeeze another one in.
Right. Yes.
You know,
You guys are plug and play.
it's just let's go. So, no, it's just been a great year. It's just been, we were just talking about it earlier. I can't believe we're in December already and getting ready to close out the year. It's just been so.
Was the January show at, where was that? Uptown?
Uptown.
Was that your first show of 2025 for Phil Collins Experience?
Yeah, and that was my 30-year anniversary, if you remember.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a
So
big
this
deal.
has been my 30th year in the country, and yeah, I don't know where that time's gone either. That's wild.
Are you an American citizen now, or are you still a British citizen?
I'm a British. Well, I'd always, even when I do get, and I am going to, actually, that's my goal for next year is to go ahead and get the citizenship. I've been a permanent resident, so green card permanent resident. So necessarily there's not a lot of benefits really being a citizen. I get all the same benefits except for voting.
Right.
And so I've
Do
already
you
put my
have-
application in for the citizenship. So
Does being a permanent citizen keep you from having to go back to England occasionally? Because I like,
resident?
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how that.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I'm here. As far as the country's concerned, I'm a citizen, but I'm
Sure.
Yeah, permanent resident.
I think he's going upstairs to turn the TV off.
All right.
It's coming in a little bit.
Yeah.
But you did manage to travel to England a couple months ago. So how was that? Did you get to see the entire family? And
Yeah, well, most of them. I mean, yeah, I went for my birthday, didn't I?
yeah,
Did I?
September.
That's right. Yeah, I went for my birthday.
And that was the first time you'd been back in a while.
No.
Wasn't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was back there actually. In fact, what year are we on? 25. So 2024. 24. I went back for my birthday in September. That was the first time I've been in England for my birthday since I've moved here. And so that was a special time. And then I decided to do it again this year. But I was there. I always try to go up until lately for my dad's birthday, around there, which is March 5th. So usually try to get the end of February, early March. For that reason, and Uncle Frank's birthday is right around there as well. And the airline tickets are cheaper. so it's a good time. It's a good time to go, but actually didn't do that. But I went a bit later on. I think we went in April because my brother retired from pro soccer, and we went to his last game. I think that was April or May. I can't remember.
Yeah, when I listened to our first interview on the way here, and yes, you talked about how your brother he switched teams to be closer to home, and he was just kind of doing it. He was segueing it out. So
Yeah,
That was in January when you told us this. So
yeah. So he's been around, and he's been really successful. And he wanted to close out his career at the team that he started with, which is basically up the street from where we grew up. And so he was able to do that. And that particular team had only been back in the league a couple of years, I think. There was a big thing, and they were out of it, and they had to come back. And
yeah. So because that's what they do with. We call it soccer here. The relegation, is that the term?
Right. Well, that's not what happened, though. Yeah, that does happen. Actually, this was a financial thing. There was a couple of teams, and I think it was COVID related. A lot of it. They just financially couldn't exist. And I remember my brother was playing for Bury FC, and they weren't getting paid. They were still playing and not getting paid.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And so he left there, and they actually, there was no team in Bury there for a while. Mm-hmm. They came back, and so when they do that and they come back, they have to start at one of the lower levels and then kind of work your way up and get advanced through the leagues. And so he was, long story short, he was able to get back the end of his career for a few months, and they actually made it and got bumped up to the next league on his last game, and they carried him off the field, and then we were there.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great.
Hey,
yeah, it was great.
Storybook ending.
It was.
Yeah,
It really was.
yeah.
And then literally a few weeks later, he was coaching for another team, and he was coaching at Wembley
Right.
Stadium.
Oh gosh. Hey, whoa. Big
and,
time.
and they won that game, and they got up to another league.
My
And
gosh.
then right after that, he got offered another job, which was at Wigan Football Club, where he's at now. And he's doing great. And he just got offered another job with another big team that he turned
him.
down because he doesn't want to travel because he's got small kids. But,
Okay.
yeah, so he's doing great.
All
How
right,
old is
good.
he? I mean, if he just recently retired, he can't be much.
29.
Oh, okay. Wow.
29.
I was going to say like more like 39 to be retired.
29 or 30. He might be 30. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Is this the grind just make players kind of, you're done by your late 20s even?
He could still play. I mean, he in my opinion, I watched him that last game. He was the best player on the field, but that's how good he was. But he did suffer some injuries, I know, the last couple of years, and nagging and all that stuff. And he wanted to get into coaching, and he was doing it part-time with some youth teams. Mm-hmm. And I think the only reason or the way he could advance into doing the men's leagues and the bigger teams was to actually retire from playing. So that's the decision he made, and it was the right one because he's killing it.
What's your brother's name?
Nicky.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Nicky Adams, the baby-faced assassin.
Nicky
they used to call him.
Adams. The baby face assassin.
Yeah,
That's
he's great. Yeah. Awesome.
Nice. Good for him.
I'm proud of
Good
him.
for
Yeah.
him. Yeah. And then he's got kids, and you're Uncle Terry.
I'm Uncle Terry. I don't know if you've seen the Facebook, my niece, Violet. Have you ever seen the dancing and everything?
No, I don't know.
Jesus. Wow. I mean, she stole some of my moves, and I forgive her. But she's amazing. Yeah, you should check it out.
Hey, see them that Adams family. They got genes, bro. They got good genes.
Oh, yeah. We can all moonwalk.
Yeah. All the moonwalk, sing, play football, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So, I know that we've interviewed you, and we've talked a little bit about how you started, but let's still talk about that again. And I know that your dad, Terry Adams Sr., he's a drummer as well, right?
Yeah, he doesn't do it so much now. I think he still tinkles, but he still sings every Saturday night at the club.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
he compers and does all that. So he's been doing that.
So what kind of music does he like? What are they? Is it originals or is it like,
No.
I don't know, like traditional English songs?
Cabaret, man.
Cabaret. Okay.
A cabaret.
Yeah, no, I mean
Man.
that's the thing in England. You go to a lot of these clubs, and I grew up just listening to a lot of cabaret, and so he when he used to play, and he used to go missing for 6-7 months at a time in the summer. Excuse me, he'd go to these holiday camps or wherever it was, and he'd be in the pit playing drums, reading music, and there'd be shows on, doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he would do that, and then he would have a different show on a different night where he's singing and playing drums, and then he'd have a comedy show where, he just did everything.
So he would get up and be a comedian, or was he just playing music backing, or
No, he did comedy
He's
as well.
funny.
Okay,
Yeah,
as well.
and then he would have his own shows, and he had a stage name called Gary Page
Gary Page.
for all the tax men out there.
Yeah, right.
If you want your back
The
taxes.
tax man. Hey,
I used to think it was just because it was a cool thing to do, but I'm pretty sure it's to avoid the tax man. But
okay. We have to, tax man, whoever. We got to avoid people sometimes.
but no, he's been doing that all his life. He's self-taught for the most part, but I remember he had a drum instructor called Stan, and when my dad would go on these, work vacations, I would go down to his old instructor, Stan, this old guy, this old jazz drummer guy.
Oh, okay.
And, I would learn all my paradiddles and all the rest of it and come
Sure.
back, and my dad would be impressed, and, it'd be good.
So Stan was like the Mr. Miyagi of...
That's how I was. He was
drum
he was a
beat.
really old guy. I don't know how old he was, but I was a really young kid.
Terry.
It was probably 40. You know what I mean?
Back then, sure. When you're a kid, that's old.
You see the
That's
comparison
ancient.
fit? I don't know if you know who these actors are, but what's that? The guy, the Grimley, what was his name? The Quaker Oats. He was a promotional speaker. He was an actor. Grimley. I don't know. Anyway, they did a comparison photo between him in his late 40s and Paul Rudd in his late 40s, and it was just like night and day. If you know, we know Paul Rudd is the
Yeah. No,
Ed Grimley, something like that.
I've seen that. Maybe it is
meme.
Ed Grimley.
But he back in the 80s, he was in his 40s, but we look at him now, it's like he looked like he was in his 70s already.
right.
Just the way people aged a little bit faster back in the day, versus
By the way,
I
today.
hope so.
If anybody asks, I'm 47. Okay.
Me too.
Now that I'm single again, I'm 47.
I thought we weren't talking about that.
We're not talking about that, but we are talking about your dad.
Yes.
Your dad and I are actually Facebook buddies.
Yeah.
And I messaged him.
Yeah.
And asked him if there's anything, maybe.
Oh, you did?
I did, yes. I even did it I knew it was this afternoon. It was the afternoon when I texted him, messaged
When
him.
was this that you talked to him?
Just today.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, I talked to him
Hey, hand me the
yesterday.
tambourine, would you?
Oh, yeah.
He didn't say anything yesterday, which makes sense.
No,
My dad
it
can't-
was today.
I don't think my dad can keep a secret, so
it
that's
was
good.
today. So he wanted you to talk. He just kind of talked about your granddad, Joe. And you...
Oh, God, you made me emotional here. Go
The
ahead.
haulage firm. I mean, what's a haulage firm? What was that?
Transport.
Transport.
Trucking.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, well, mainly they did furniture moving and flat. They did all. Their main thing was furniture moving, home moving. And my great granddad Joe, my granddad Joe,
Okay.
dad, he started that company, I think in 1917.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, and it's still going. It's still going today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I
Oh.
spent every waking moment, every spare minute I had, I wanted to spend with my grand. No, we can't talk about that.
No, it's okay.
Too
So
emotional?
you had Joe Senior and Joe Junior, and then you got Terry Senior and Terry Junior. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No,
And my
that's
middle
good.
name's Joe, so.
All right. No.
Yeah, and my son's middle name's Joe.
Great.
So, yeah.
Great. So then, I mean, the haulage, the haulage firm, that's an interesting thing to call a trucking moving company.
Joseph Eckersley haulage, yeah, and it was like I say, he started with a horse and cart.
Wow.
Gosh. Moving people and moving goods around and doing all that after the war. So
My
they
goodness.
still do the same thing today. My cousin Hillary and her husband Leo still run it, and I think the guy that I used to work with, we were kids. John, he still works there. So it's a family affair, and you go down to the yard and they got the horses. We got the stables and everything, the horses, and
Oh, okay.
it's all still part of the deal, man. And my cousins, they all go to horse riding shows, and it's a big thing over there, man.
So
Yeah,
now
it's
is that outside of Bolton or is that in Bolton?
it's
where you're-
Great Lever, which is part of Bolton. Yeah,
Okay.
Bolton Borough.
Okay. The greater Bolton metropolitan area.
Yeah, it's like you're 5 minutes you drive to anywhere. So.
All right. All right. And then how far is Manchester? From?
Well, it depends on the day and on because of traffic.
Right.
It should only be about 20 minutes, but it's actually
Jesus, no.
yeah,
Forget
no,
about it.
yeah, no. You go when we go to the airport, for instance, in the morning.
It's like I-35.
Give me an hour and a half.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, but it's just outside. It's only 20 something miles, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So then, I mean, you've had that transport in your blood for a long time, that transportation in you for a long
my
time.
blood, man. Yeah.
Right,
and I've done other things. I've been in the banking business and done all kinds of things. And
Banking,
I love being around big rigs and trucks and
It makes sense.
And you recently had to acquire a new one, unfortunately or fortunately.
no, I'd acquired that one a couple of months ago. I wasn't thinking that I would have to put it into action so quick. If we're talking about the breakdown,
Yeah.
yeah, Smurf.
Smurf was the
Retired
old
on
one.
me.
Yeah, gosh.
I'm not
We
decided
saw your
when
we saw your post about the Smurf having.
Well, I
the
feel like
Smurf-
people have an emotional connection to Smurf, and so people needed to know.
Yeah, no, sure.
and Smurf
Hey.
being your old
Rig,
rig
yeah,
that
yeah.
happened to be Smurf Blue.
That's right. We've been through a lot together, me and Smurf. But no, it's I don't know if I'm gonna rebuild Smurf or what I'm gonna do yet. But luckily, I'd acquired this other rig a few months ago.
It's sharp
where
looking,
do you? I guess what's the word? Dock them. Certainly these aren't parked out front in your parking in your driveway.
They're in my driveway. I've
garden.
got a massive house with a massive driveway. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No, so I'm leased onto a company called Premier, as
Okay.
we talked about,
Right, yeah,
and they're good enough to let me leave the trucks right there.
Okay.
And it's,
that's
and
nice.
it's 8 minutes from my house. So it's
Oh,
convenient.
great. So you've still got Smurf then. Smurf is still around.
Smurf's there. I've just not yet decided.
Just got
What
get
to do.
out, just start her up and let her run every.
Well, if it would
couple
start
weeks.
up and run, I would do that.
Oh, shit.
That's the problem.
Dang it.
Doesn't want to do that,
Yeah.
but that's all right. We'll
One of
figure
these days,
We'll
yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah. And the new one, hey, this new rig, I mean, it's all silver. I love the look. I mean, it's
Beautiful, isn't
it's
it?
sharp. It is sleek looking.
Should be.
Yeah. I mean, is it brand spanking new? Is it like
Oh,
a
no.
2025?
No, it's 10 years old. That truck.
Okay. All right. So it's seasoned.
It's seasoned. It had a new motor put in it, so it's like brand new.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
you were talking to us upstairs about about this, and like, so your routes sort of depend on the day of the week, or is it, like, and you were talking about you just did a St. Louis run. Was it yesterday that you said you did that?
Yeah,
And then
those 12, 13-hour days are the easy ones to St. Louis and back.
that's the easy one.
That's
Okay.
that's a
Right.
light day, baby.
That's 4 hours there, load, unload, whatever. 4
Yeah.
hours back.
Usually do a few stops and come on back. But
And then up to Nebraska, like North Platte. I don't know my Nebraska geography beyond
Yeah.
Lincoln and Omaha.
so like last week, I was talking about that. I did twice. I go to Omaha, Grand Island, North Platte, which is way the hell up
Yeah,
there,
it's-
and then I'd come back to Kearney, switch a trailer, and then come back. But that's like 900 something miles, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I do that. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
What's easier, driving the truck you have now in England over the road or in the United States over the road?
I did not. So in England, I didn't drive these size of wagons over there. I was driving them, but I was just doing the learners thing at the time before I quit doing that and I started doing music full time. I never really got into that. No, my family does it, and my cousins all the time do it, and the roads are narrow.
Yeah.
And windy and hilly,
Gosh.
But the rigs are not as long though either.
Oh, okay. You're not
They're not quite as
double
long.
trailer in it or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the double trailers. Maybe they do. I don't know, but as a general rule, they're shorter trailers. I think 40 something instead of 53.
Yeah.
But it's weird because they're narrower and they're taller, like little double decker.
Oh, yeah.
Which is scary because you get windy.
That's what they build up in England. That's right.
Then I met, and I can't remember how it happened. I think Craig Morgan, who we're going to talk about, who is a massive part of my life, and is a big reason why I do what I do and comfortable with it. We met, and I think it was because his dad used to frequent my Uncle Tony's pub. I think he used to be, used to hang out there. And he was talking about his son, Craig. And Craig used to work at the music store down the street. And I can't remember how we met, but we got introduced, and and he was playing in a band at the time. And I think Craig's 1 or 2 years older than me. I think 1 maybe. But he was playing in this band. And so I went, that was a foreign thing for me, because I was always playing for my dad in a trio, but I was also doing more of like a session drummer type of thing. I was working at this club on the weekends where acts would come in and they would bring your sheet music and they would do a 45-minute set for the audience, and you would have to just read the sheet music, play whatever they're doing. They'd leave, and then another act would come in, same thing. They'd give you 15, 20 minutes to look at the sheet music. You'd play their stuff. So you were back in, these other acts. And
Do you still play the drums? Right.
Outside of the Phil Collins.
Yeah. No. Okay. I mean, it seems like you would be a really great drummer.
When I came,
Sure
when I first came here, I was playing drums, and we can get to that for sure. But at the time, my dad had taught me to read music and stuff, and I was able to do that. Which, so I met Craig. I went out watching him and stuff, and we got talking and back and forth. And he was really at the time into this new technology of backing track sequences.
Oh, hey!
And it was kind of a new thing back then.
Whoa, right!
And he was building his own. He was getting some and then building his own and stuff. He said we could go out as a duo and do this, because we had all the agent contacts through my dad and through him and stuff.
Sure, yeah.
And so you would basically have an act. Go through an agent, they put you on a club and do what I was backing. You would go to a club, do a 45-minute. You would pack up there, you'd go to another club, do a 45-minute on the weekends.
Wow.
And we were super young. We were super young,
You can do that when you're young.
Well, I mean, we were just like so inexperienced and young. I'm like, yeah, screw it, I'll try that. And because I'd already started singing, and he kind of liked my voice, I guess. And he said, let's try it. So we did, and we started doing it. And luckily, my Uncle Frank had a pub. My Uncle Tony had a pub.
Uncle Frank had a pub.
One of our best friends had a bar. And so they would put us on so we could get our act together and stuff. And that's how it kind of got going. And then we get gigs, and it was great. And then I'll never forget, I showed up at one gig and I just went out and bought some new shoes because it was one of our first gig, and they were both... The shoes were both for the left foot, so I had literally had 2 left feet.
Dang
at this moment. We were cracking up laughing in the back room, but I went on and did it anyway. I didn't give a crap. But
now you're the guy Tom that you're talking about. You played with, is it with Tom? Craig. Sorry about that.
Craig.
Is he still around? I mean, you keep in touch with him?
Craig and I are like brothers.
Okay.
Literally, I couldn't be closer. And he's another son to my dad, and Craig lost his dad when we were younger, and so I moved in with Craig and his mom. His mom used to run an old people's home.
Okay.
And they had this little apartment, and he said, just move in with us, and so I did that, and we would practice all the time, getting our act together. And then one day we got a call from an agent, and he said, hey, can you be in Birmingham in the morning? I'm like, oh, sure, what for? Well, if you want to, they're doing showcases at this ballroom, and they're having all kinds of acts in there. And I kind of sent your information down there, and they said they'd be interested in seeing what you've got.
right,
And
nice.
this was for auditioning for holiday camps like my dad used to do.
Okay.
So
Oh,
you would go away for the summer,
Sure.
and you would play all summer and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Which to me was a goal at that point. I'm like, I'd love to do what that did because that got me out of Bolton.
Yes. Yeah.
It gave me a stable home.
Right.
You know, all
Three
these,
hots and a cot.
all
right
these
there.
things. It would give me a good paycheck.
Yeah.
All these things that were my goals, and I was 19, 20.
Gosh, you were young still.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Your dad even mentioned that summer seasons on his own. I assume that's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
Then.
this is what was so we.
Yeah.
So we were like, we were up all night cramming some material in, and he said, take the drum kit, and because they'll probably ask you to back somebody.
You already know how to do that.
And they'll want you to also do your own act, which, thank God, I had plenty of experience and he'd had plenty of experience. So we packed his car, and he had this not very big car, and we shoved all our gear in it, and we got up and we flew down to Birmingham, and we got there late. And we didn't think they were going to audition us at first. We got there and like, oh, you're kind of late or whatever. I'm like, please, we came all the way from Bolton traffic, da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, set up quick over there and just, be ready.
Right.
And so we did. I set up my drums, keyboards. We got the sequences ready to go. And he said, okay, just do your duo act first. Do something with the drums while you're playing drums and singing, which I wasn't expecting. And then do something with your sequences. So we did that, and I think Music Was My First Love was the song. Music was my first love, and it will be my last. That one.
I'll listen to that.
Yeah, a banger. And so we did that. We did something else, and then I sang, and I think I did All That Matters to Me by Curtis Steiger. Remember Curtis Steiger?
No.
Oh my God,
Nah, I know.
he's American.
I don't know shit.
Oh my God.
Seriously.
All right, I figured.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
I'm new to the whole thing.
Oh my God. So so we did songs, and we thought we were done, and they said, okay, hold on, we're going to send a singer over to you, and he's going to give you some sheet music and see if you can play it. And he comes over, this guy, and he's got this like freaking book, and it was a melody of show tunes.
Ah, easy peasy, right
damn
up
it.
your alley.
Yeah.
Cabaret, that's what they call that.
Yeah. So luckily, again, I'd done this shit, So I'm like spreading the music out. I'm like, oh, here we go. And this is when I could actually do this stuff. If you asked me to do this now, I'd be a mess. But so we did that, and then he played an easy one. What is that? Late in the evening, whatever that song is.
I don't know that either.
Easy one. Thank God, right? So the stress level came down. We get done, and they said, okay, pack up your gear and go and sit up in that booth up there. And so we sat there, and it was like being on American Idol or something. You had 4 people sitting on one side of the booth like you are, and me and Craig are here like, so what are your goals, young man?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know.
Moved to Kansas.
I don't know.
Kansas City, nice.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know what we're doing here. Well, like, what was going on? Like, my head was spinning, and we were just like laughing, giggling, and like, well, we just want to play. We want to hopefully go to a holiday camp and play and make people smile and have a good time. And so a couple of days later, the agent called, said, you got the gig. You're going down to West something Haven Holidays, right down on the southern tip of England.
Oh shit!
And it was like in a fishing village, and it was absolutely beautiful. And so we ended up going down there and doing that.
It's the English version. Dirty Dancing is what it is.
It's exactly what. What it is. If you think of Dirty Dancing, that kind of environment,
right? And you're one of the.
Yeah, they had.
I'm with the band.
Yeah, and they had the Haven Holiday help. People in the coast, red coast, and whatever.
So when you say the southern tip of England, is it like the southern directly south of London, or like all the way down the peninsula part?
So
I'm visualizing the shape of England in my brain right now, but
it is southwest of London.
Okay.
Yeah, southwest of London. So where the tail comes down at the end.
Yes,
it's just on this side of that tail.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's absolutely beautiful down there. And we went down there. We were kids, man, and and we did our thing, and we did that. We backed up singers that came in and did our own show.
Would that be down in what used to be called Wessex, or is it still called Wessex? I don't know.
No, it wasn't. No, that's more. No,
I've been watching too much The Last Kingdom.
Too
I
much
want to say
Miami Vice.
I want to
Too much
say
Last
Southampton, but it's not Southampton. No, I'll think of it when we're done with this. I'm sure.
Sure.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a great time, and you know, I would get bored. We play six nights a week.
Gosh.
Yeah, and then on a
Party.
Wednesday night, I would pack up and I would drive up, and I had a girlfriend that I'd come see, and that lasted halfway through, and she got sick of that. So, you know, but then I got bored, and then so they had a pool and everything, so I got my swim instructor's license and my lifeguard certificate and everything. I've never changed. Like, I can't stop for a second. I have to be doing something all the time.
Oh, okay. Sure. Hey, no, that's great.
Yeah, so
That's great.
That's how Craig and I's relationship started, and it's never really ended. And the funny thing is, we came home for the winter and did a bunch of shows over the winter. It's great at Christmas time over there because you play Christmas Eve, Christmas night, Boxing Day night, you know, New Year's Eve, New Year's night, and you get paid triple. Well, you know, it was really great. And so we were banking it, man, and we're just hanging out. And at that time, I was living with my cousin Pete and just hanging out. And we'd signed the contract to go do it again in the next time. But we'd had options to do that. And then they were talking about Dubai and Japan and doing all these other things. Oh, yeah, it was great. And it was then that I remember my stepdad calling or texting me saying, hey, have you thought about coming over here and making the move over here? Because I had my green card. I'd already been through that when I was 16.
Yeah.
But I think there was like a time limit thing. If you didn't use it, you lose it type of thing. And you would have to go through it all again.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was talking to me about that. So, you know, I think your mom would really like it. And so I thought about that. And, you know, obviously I was a little bit more mature then. At this point, I'm like, well, maybe I can give it a go, and all this, you know, all this stuff was going through my mind.
And how old were you at that point?
21.
Just legal.
Yeah, I was a baby still.
Barely legal.
Yeah.
Has Craig ever come over here to Kansas?
Yes.
And stayed? Okay. All
yeah.
right.
So let me back up. So
Yeah, sorry, I jumped in.
I'd signed the contract to go back.
For summer sessions.
But I decided to move to America. I came over here a couple of times on quick vacations because there was a time period I wasn't that busy. So I came over. The third time, I decided I was going to stay. And of course, that broke my dad's heart, my sister, my brother. You know, it was a massive emotional, the hardest time of my life. I'll tell you, it was a massive decision. And because I knew if I was going to come this time, I was going to have to make it work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And but I'd signed the contract, and I called the agent and said, "Listen, man, I'm moving to America." He said, "You can't. You signed the contract to go back down to West Haven." And so I was talking to my dad about it, and my dad at the time had his own business. He had a taxi company, and he was doing his clubs and doing all this stuff. He goes, "Well, I'll go." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Well, but we got the same name." I think
so true.
Yeah, and my dad said, "Well, I'll just go and pretend I'm you or whatever if they ask." And so he ended up going down there with Craig.
Did it not occur to them how odd it was? Like,
They knew my dad. My dad had been there. Actually, my dad had been down there, and he filled in for me for a week. I got sick, and he came down and
They were
filled in
probably
for
happy he was there.
me. Who doesn't love my dad?
Who doesn't love Terry Sr.?
Yeah, and he was, this was his thing, you know, he'd done this. And so he went down there, and I moved to America, and he ended up being down there for, I think, 3 seasons in a row after that. And he was supposed to be retired, you know, but he went down there.
Got a getaway. It's a good getaway right there.
And then right after that, Craig ended up doing the Japan thing.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, he went to Japan and got another singer to go with him, and a female singer.
And this is like the 90s at this point, right? Golly.
Yeah. Mid-90s.
Japan in the mid-90s.
Yeah.
Forget about
and
it.
he was doing the hotel thing and the whole thing, and he was out there for years. and he was dating a Japanese girl, and he came over here.
I was about to say that as a joke. Did he marry a Japanese woman?
Oh, dude. No, he brought her over here, and it was cool and nice to meet her and everything. But yeah, it was one of those things where she'd wake up in the morning and his shoes were at the side of the bed and his clothes were folded and stuff. He was spoiled rotten.
Living it.
Oh, my
Living
God.
large right there.
But he's actually, he
To your point versus American women that we talked about upstairs.
Long time.
the wrong extreme though. I couldn't be doing with that. And anyway, that's in the past and it'll probably kill me.
I
But
hope Craig gets to listen to this.
oh my God, no, it was funny. Yeah, no, and he's ended up with a absolutely amazing girl now who actually ended up singing with him out there, and they're still together and they got
nice. Okay.
yeah. No,
Is she a fellow Brit or is she
Oh, yeah.
Japanese? Okay.
oh, full on Brit, and they've got a son now who's amazing. He's an amazing golfer. He's like 6 or 7, I think, and he's just
Wow.
freaking amazing. Yeah, so no, so he's living the life, and he's like my brother, and he takes care of my dad. My dad needs songs doing on sequences and stuff. He'll call Craig, and he'll get in the studio.
Technology. Yeah.
I do the same thing. I call him and say, hey, I need something in a different feel or something like that, and he'll fix something for me. And if I have a click track or something, I'll call him and he'll Dropbox it to me, no problem. It's great.
Yeah,
He's
Dropbox
great.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Good
Very
people.
cool. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of stuff in between there, but that's how I got here.
Well, welcome. We're glad
Thanks.
you're here.
I'm glad I stayed.
Merry Christmas.
It's a bit more in depth than we touched on the
Yeah.
basics in the first interview about how you ended up here, but yeah, that filled in a lot of backstory that we didn't have time for the first time.
exactly.
So, yeah,
Especially
very
this
good.
summer sessions.
Yes.
Yeah, next one we'll go
Seasons.
deeper.
Hey, part 3. Terry Adams, part 3. So, by the way, which is, Christmas in England or Christmas in America? Which one? I'm sure they're very different. You mentioned Boxing Day. We don't,
Yeah.
we have Black Friday. I mean, there's, right. There.
So, it's funny. I think Christmas Day is more like a Thanksgiving Day to where you get together as a family and have big meals. I don't think that's a thing here, really, is it?
No, we do.
Well, it's about the
I-
gift
I-
exchange.
more of a
I
gift.
go visit my family in Manhattan, Kansas.
Yeah.
The town.
I'm sure you must be part of your route or something.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
It's where I grew up, and so for Thanksgiving and Christmas, I'll just drive down there and have a big Thanksgiving / Christmas
Okay.
dinner, and then drive back to Kansas City by evening.
I suppose that's what since we don't do Thanksgiving over there, that's the only thing I would compare that to is having the big family dinner
Yes.
on Christmas Eve, and you put your silly paper hats on.
Oh,
and,
sure.
And you have your
Yeah.
crackers. You know that?
Yes,
Do you
I
do
know
the crackers over here?
No, that's not kind of a traditional thing, but I know what you're
I
talking
didn't think
about.
so. Yeah,
I
so
know
you do
that.
the cracker, you pull them, and then
sometimes the paper hat's in the cracker.
on your side, if you get the big side with the paper
Yeah.
hat, you get to where
Right.
you win.
Right.
So-
Well, then I'm
so
always lost.
Always a
then.
competition. Yeah. No, but that's
great.
Christmas is fun, and then you just get drunk.
Hey.
But that's like an every night thing in England. I don't think that's special.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Have you ever played any Christmas pageants or anything?
What?
Christmas plays or musicals?
I'm
anything?
gonna say no.
No, nothing like that.
No.
Phil Collins.
I'm
no?
open to it. I'm open to it.
Or a Christmas themed show.
Christmas
I think
themed
that may be what
show.
you're talking about.
I guess that's
to
what
your
I'm talking
point.
about.
No. No.
All right.
No. Halloween is
No.
is
Yeah. That's...
all I can
What about
muster.
Christmas song? What's your favorite Christmas song?
I recorded in the living room. What is that? Have yourself a merry little Christmas. That one.
yeah.
Love that song.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just happened to record that in the living room one day a couple of years ago while my wife was messing around in the kitchen. So there's a good back room kitchen, pots and pans,
Clink,
percussion going on while I'm doing it. But
right.
that's my favorite one. So, but no,
Was it Bing Crosby or Dean Martin or?
I think it's Dean Martin,
Dean
isn't it?
Martin. Okay.
I think they both might have
Yeah,
recorded
they
it
is.
separately.
Yeah,
at
both
various
registered
points. That's one of those.
guys, Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
He's recorded it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to? My backing singer Jerome.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's just
Right.
done. He's just done a Christmas
Oh
album.
gosh.
and I haven't heard it yet.
Hey, that's a really neat deal. I mean, you and him, you even have a little dance moves that you do on stage as well.
With the Phil Collins
I mean,
experience.
that's great.
Oh, we spent hours and hours choreographing that. That's not even a word, but
Choreography the hell out of that shit.
And which song do you?
Hey.
Which song is that again? I always.
Wow, what is it?
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
It's
Which song do you do that? I can't.
Easy Lover.
Easy Love. Okay.
Easy Lover. You should do a Christmas song tonight with KCGT.
Should I?
Yeah.
I'll let
When
the
you
guys
say
know you said that.
KCGC, I keep
GT.
thinking you're saying DC when I'm thinking
No.
the ACDC
Yeah,
tribute.
GT.
KCDC. When you say
KCGT.
KCGC.
You know, at this rate, I might not make it to my gig
Therapy.
tonight, and
I know.
it's not my fault.
Totally. No, it's not your fault. It's Brian
bad.
Rice's fault.
Cheers to that.
And
Newcastle.
Jesus and Santa.
Uncle Frank will be so proud of
Uncle,
me right
Uncle
now.
Frank liked Newcastle.
Oh, the first thing he does when he comes here, liquor store,
hey.
Nukie Brown.
Uncle
Cheers,
Frank.
Uncle Frank.
I
There
finished
you
mine,
go.
so-
You need it. We'll get yourself.
No.
Wow.
I'm good.
Wow.
Hey,
You like
have
that
some
stuff?
of his. We can pour some of his in yours.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I've got a long
good.
day. It's a long day for all of us tonight, so we've got to
Golly.
pace ourselves.
Let's talk about.
This is off the rails, man.
It is off the rails.
It's all right. It's Christmas.
It is Christmas. Merry Christmas. It's Christmas extravaganza. Let's talk about Phil Collins' experience. You got new members. You got
Yes.
Guy and Bruce.
Guy Hodson and Bruce Haley, who we've interviewed.
Yes.
Has that already been a couple years since we interviewed?
Allegedly.
We've been alleged.
Oh no.
He doesn't recall.
He doesn't. Yeah.
That's a,
I listened to that one. I literally thought you guys were going to be shut down after that particular one. But no, I love Bruce.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, Bruce was my original. He was the first bass player.
yes.
That's
yes.
crazy. For Phil Collins' experience.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And he's
my
returned
guy.
to the fold.
Yeah, he was. At the time though, he was still employed
Right, yes.
and busy. So it just didn't work out at that time. But things happen, and
Yeah, things do happen. He retired, and he's a full-time musician.
God, I love Bruce.
Yeah, he's smart. He's a genius. He's a musical genius as far
And
as
he's so fun.
he knows
you
it all.
know,
Yeah, oh, he is.
he is. He's just good to be around. He's got a great attitude, and he just as good as he is, he's always wanting to learn more and ask questions and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like, you're asking me? Stop it. No, I love Bruce. I love Guy. I've known Guy a long time. Even since his son was little, he used to come to our house at the lake and hang out. And
yeah.
Yeah, that's Clyde the
like, what just
Clyde,
happened?
the podcast cat.
Clyde. We don't have a camera on it, but
You
Clyde
didn't warn me about Clyde. I just freaked out.
Oh, sorry about that.
He just was
You're
random.
not allergic to cats or anything.
No,
are
I love
you?
cats.
Oh, okay. No, he's cool.
just don't try to pick him up. I've learned that the hard way.
Don't pick him up. He's not used to be
Oh,
picked
see,
up.
now I'm going to have to. God damn it.
Good, bro. It's all good.
He has to get pets, but just enough
Yeah,
pets.
he'll mark you.
On his, I get it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Right. Do you have any pets?
Yeah.
What do you got?
We got a cat and we got 2 dogs.
Okay.
We had,
Pick him up.
that's a funny.
Get him on camera. Here he is.
Oh, there you go.
Here he is. He's on camera.
Hey.
And he just
He's got his
scratched me with
claws.
yeah, he got me in
Are
the
you
gut.
okay?
He got me in the gut with his hind.
Maybe they're getting some
Right
neosporin
there.
out. I told you. No, there
Wow,
you
we're
go. He's
getting
always got
flesh.
to take off his shirt.
We're getting
every
flesh.
episode. he's
Wow,
got to
we
take
are-
off
we
his
are
damn
really drinking, aren't
shirt.
we?
It's not the hair.
Cheers to that.
Hey, cheers. You need.
The hair is not only on the head.
Exactly.
No, so yeah, Bruce. I love Bruce to death. And fortunately, he was available when we needed to fill that role. And
Yeah. And Steve and Lloyd, they're still in KC Group Therapy, KCGT.
yeah.
Because that's an act that just sticks around Kansas City. Because that's the cover. That's a straight up just normal cover band, and you just do KC based shows. And
By the way, I'm petting the cat here.
Uh-oh.
No problem.
He's a good boy.
Just so you know.
He's a good boy. He needs to clean his
slightly
ass
out of-
more, but other than that, what are you looking at?
I've got the screen tilted over.
Oh, okay.
That's why I got up earlier, because I decided I needed.
right.
I've got a monitor to make sure everything's recording.
They do
as we
say
go.
cats know.
Cats do know.
Cats know.
Yeah. Right.
Brian?
Right. He knows. He's a belly boy. He's like a walking bedhead, if you ask me.
So Bruce, I'm grateful for Bruce. I love the guy. And Guy I've known forever. And again, it just so happens, when Lloyd couldn't do what we were doing anymore, and I asked Guy, and it's funny because Guy was very wanted to do it. He just, for some reason, he was a little insecure about it, and I'm like, shut up.
Because Guy's a fantastic singer
he's so
as well.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
He's super talented, yeah. And so, he came on board, and from the get go, just nailed it, and wanted to be as good as he could be for this project, and he's been that and more. So
how challenging is it? I mean, obviously we've kind of touched on it because you've had to bring in them this year, but you have such a sprawling act. How hard is it to keep everybody part of this project, especially one that tours? Because we've talked about it. Like, you only play 3 or 4 Kansas City shows a year. Rest of the time you're touring around the country.
Yeah, well,
and it's got to be a challenge because everybody's got to like uproot they've got to make time out of their day jobs or their regular lives to make this work.
Yeah.
And obviously you saw it like with your 2 guys that had to drop out. I mean, is that just a ever-present challenge? Or is everybody just so they just love the project so
Are
much
they
that
full-time musicians? Or,
No.
Okay.
No. Steve Paddock, I've known for 20 years.
keyboards? He sat with us.
he
He sat in with us in the first interview.
Oh,
He's
Steve.
retired.
Right.
So that works. And he was the first call I made, by the way, when I decided to really do this.
Not according to him. I listened to the interview. He was his idea.
Right.
Oh, it's his idea?
You remember that?
Yes.
That's right.
Remember
That's
that
right.
band? Yep.
Most things are his idea. Yeah. No, it's true. No. Steve. So we have that. Jeff and Pat, the guitar players. Jeff was not part of the original lineup. So at the time, Steve was playing in another band called the Maltz Brothers. Do you remember those guys? Super band. And I got to know Pat and the other guitar player. And I said to Steve, I said, hey, what's the chances of getting both those guys? Because they played together so well. I mean, they would harmonize their guitars and do all this stuff. I'm like, I want that.
Right.
So he talked to them, and that's how I got those guys. Jimmy is the other guy, and he moved to Florida, which is why Jeff came on. But Pat has been with me since the beginning, and they just make, for some reason, somehow they make it work. And I'm always concerned about it. Now, it's like we only do, the first quarter of the year is our busiest time as far as being gone for a longer period of time. After that, it's mostly out and back weekends type of thing.
Yeah.
So they make it work, and I'm always concerned about it, obviously. And going into 2026, I asked the agent to get us even more busy.
Hey, yeah.
And which he's done,
Right.
which we're doing. And they're just, I know Jeff works a lot from home, and, Pat works, and he'll be in the back of the Excursion in the truck on the phone on his laptop doing, they work as they go.
Do that, yeah.
And so very lucky in that respect. And Jerome and Aaron make it work as well. And then
Aaron's the other backup singer, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then with the horn section, other than Lori does every show with us. Mm-hmm. And she is a key piece.
Yeah.
She does a lot of soloing, and
Right.
she kind of runs that.
Yeah,
section.
they've got their own bit. Mm-hmm. And they do it well, and they are their own thing.
Yeah.
In PCE.
Yeah, and so, but as far as the trombone with Robert, he actually lives in Oklahoma, where he runs the music department of a university down there.
And which one is Robert?
Trombone.
Trombone. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And then Bill, he is at Midwest up there in St. Joe, was it? Or Maryville, or wherever the Chiefs camp is.
Okay.
St. Joseph.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I think that's the college that
Okay.
he teaches at.
Missouri Midwestern. Missouri Western. There you go. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So now he does have some challenges with
So he's
that.
a music teacher there. Wow. Hey,
Yeah, and
there
they
you
both,
go.
him and Lori
Pedigree.
play in the orchestra in St. Joe and things like
Oh,
that.
yeah, I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And so I think the horn players are so professional, and they can read the music like that. We've been able to bring in people, like, for instance, when we do Nevada in February, and then the East Coast tour in March, we have another guy coming in to fill in for Bill on trumpet.
Okay.
And this guy came to a rehearsal a few weeks ago. Never met him before. He'd just been sent the material. He shows up and he just nails it.
He's been doing them summer seasons, and he just knew. He knew it all.
No, he did. Him and Lori got together now, and just it was
Great.
fantastic.
Great.
So
Great.
Bill's our main guy, and then we do have.
So you've diversified then some of your musicians as well.
It's easier for that
Yeah.
because they read the music and they just go with it.
And it's Phil Collins.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love to play that?
And, for instance, a couple of years ago, we played at this place called Connor Prairie, and we're playing there again next summer. Massive place, an outdoor stadium. We have 5,000 people there.
Where is this at again?
Just north of Indianapolis.
Okay.
Oh.
It's called Connor Prairie. It's a beautiful place. And we go there, like, just a few days before, Bill ended up with COVID. And so he couldn't go. And so we're scrambling. And so we had a guy named Dave. I think he'd done one show before. We flew him out to meet us there. And he did the show, and he was fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Very nice.
Those
So you have
players.
pieces that you could plug in if you need to.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you got to do if you're going to keep the Phil Collins experience a national act.
We've just been so really fortunate, and everybody we work with, most of them have been with the band since the beginning.
Yeah.
They just love it. We're family, so and it's.
I think it helps when everybody loves the music and the project and believes in, that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Well, and they believe in you as well, and what you bring to the table.
Well, that kind of touches base a little bit on just the connection you have with the fans too, which we didn't really touch on because I've seen it like both at the Uptown, but also this last time at the Folly that you played in Kansas City in October. When you get out there after the show and you got that line of people that are just coming there wanting to say hi to you and take photos with you, and that people are really connected.
Yeah. On Facebook because is it Laughlin? Is that where you play in Nevada? Yeah. I mean, I've seen your posts, and it just you posing with fans, just one after another.
I was looking at pictures yesterday. Once in a while, I'll just get on the PCE Facebook page and I'll just go into the photos. And I'll scroll down, and I see all the pictures of all the people with everybody, and it's the best part of what I do. That and the charity aspect, I think.
Oh gosh!
But it's and it was funny because we finished out the year in Chicago last month, and we've played at the two theaters up there. I think this was our fourth or fifth year, and I was talking to some of the band members afterwards. It is amazing. Now, when you play locally and you're on stage and you look out, you expect to see your family, your friends, the faces that you know. You expect that. It's got to the point now where we're traveling around the country and we're looking out. I know you. And they're waving at, and, we're saying hello. And after the show, this is my third, fourth, fifth show, and they're coming, they're following us around, and it's a very emotional, very special feeling.
Yeah.
And one guy I keep taking. I don't know if you've seen it. Keep taking photos. He has the Phil T-shirt on where he's got the finger up, and he wears that every time he comes to the show. He was in Wisconsin. He was in Indianapolis. He was in Chicago.
Groupie.
Dude,
Nice.
this guy, and I just love seeing. And I've made really good friends with some of these people that I've met.
What's his
around the
name?
country.
Do you remember his name at all? Eddie. Shout out to Eddie.
Yeah.
For being a fan.
And then I've got
there.
another Eddie and Sue from Chicago that we met there, and they've become really close friends of mine. We meet for dinner before the shows and stuff, and and they're special people. He's a retired fireman, and I'll go to a show. We played a show in Indianapolis, and they'll be waving.
That's great.
What the
great.
hell? You don't warn me. You just show up and.
Yeah.
And they've been here. They came down to Knuckleheads when
Oh,
we played.
gee. Well, they got in the mix on that.
Yeah.
Well, you're special.
Well,
bro. You're
speaking
special.
of Knuckleheads, were you not last week making a guest appearance with the Elton Dan?
That's right.
That was at the Voodoo Lounge.
Was it the Voodoo?
Dan
Okay.
Gasser,
Well, that same neighborhood, right up the road,
Yeah.
up the road.
Right.
So the Voodoo Lounge, and you got up and did a duet and you were the George.
The George Michael, yeah.
How was that? I mean, was it just the song?
Yeah.
Don't let the sun.
I did that with him.
Don't let the sun go down on me.
I did that 3 or 4 years ago at the Uptown with him. He invited me to do that.
And for people listening, this would be based off the famous duet that they did in the 90s, right?
And Dan Gasser being Elton Dan. Yeah.
Yeah. I love Dan to death. And
He
he asked me to do it, and I did it at the Uptown, and it landed really well, and I was able to kind of pull that off. And just told him, I said, if you're ever local, and I'm not working, I'll come do it. And he's like, can you come to Florida?
Right.
We should do this all the time.
He's based in Florida now. He's based out of Florida.
He is,
but
yeah.
Thank God he still does shows in Kansas City and everywhere else.
Yeah.
But
and his band members, I love them all, man.
Yeah.
I love seeing them. Dean
Castronovo no, I'm sorry. That's a different musician altogether. That's a drummer. I know Dean you're talking
the
about.
guitar player.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're just good people, and I love it. It's a good feeling when you're around good people, and so.
Was that the only song you said that you did, or was there another song you got up and sang?
No, that's the only song
Did you ram?
It was so funny. No, that was the only song I was doing with him, and it was funny because I got there and I said to him, "Do you want me to come down to sound check and kind of go? We haven't done this in 4 years." No, it'd be good.
Yeah.
All right. I'm like, cool. I feel pretty comfortable about it, and so we went down there, and everybody's busy, getting ready. I didn't want to bother him, and I'm trying to make sure the wife and I get something to eat before the show and just hanging out, and then I realized that we hadn't talked about really when I'm doing this.
Hey, right.
And then I saw him for a second. He said, "Oh, like the third song from the end or something like that." I'm like, "Okay, where's the set list?" There was no set list. They decided they don't have a set list anymore. So I'm trying to figure this out. And a couple of times I'd gone there and put my jacket on, ready to go on. And then it wasn't there. So I took it off. So I went back to the bar this last time, and I just...
Fuck it.
I said, fuck it. I think it's going to be a minute. And so I got my drink. I started drinking my drink. And then he starts introducing me.
Right.
So you had to race up.
I'm like running backstage. I did, literally. Hold my Captain and Coke. Yeah. I fling over the door and I'm whipping my coats off and I'm putting the stuff on.
Hey, it was a good look. That look he had was really good. The suit with the hat turned backwards.
Oh, you saw it.
Yeah.
We'll see the photos posted.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It worked out fine. The problem was I just grabbed the first pair of sunglasses I could find, and they happened to be the darkest ones I could ever find. And I was just like, I'm tripping over crap.
Where's my spot?
So no, it was good time. I love those guys, and we're actually gonna at some point we'll do a Elton Dan.
Well, you
show.
guys, you guys are like right there when it comes to acts, national acts.
Yeah.
Acts out of Kansas City.
Yeah.
Tribute, experience acts.
We have the same booking agent.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we play a lot of the same places.
All right. Great. He's the same way with his group. he takes a lot of photos with his people afterwards, and he's got the same type of fans that will travel to see him.
Yep.
And again, and I said this at the end of our Uptown interview. Kansas City's so lucky that he comes back and does shows here, and sometimes you get to see him for free, where everybody else has to pay. And
he does his duet with Kim.
Yeah, and
Kim Osborne.
So I mean, it's great that you do that for Kansas. You come see. You may have to pay $10, but you can see you sing with Casey Groove Therapy. Not Phil Collins songs, maybe one or two, but I mean, how lucky are we?
Yeah, it's weird that you have that mindset. 'Cause I don't
I know,
think
you're outperforming. Yeah,
I don't think of it that way at all. I feel like I'm blessed to do it, and
you're blessed. That's for sure. There's no doubt about it. You'd mentioned the charity that you do, or the fundraising. Let's talk about this. So this is going to start the new Kansas City the Knights the podcast Wall of Fame, and this is something that people can buy at your shows, and just talk about the tambourine. And
yeah, I mean, it's all the merchandise, including the tambourine. The tambourine's a big hit, obviously, because everybody wants to be a part of the band, and I encourage that. When we started this thing, it was.
There we go. It's out of focus. Well, don't worry, we got it on mine.
There we go.
There it is. No, it's just it's one of those things when you do something like this. When I first, people would ask me if I was going to do something, a tribute to Phil, because and Steve Paddock, when I talked about it, and in passing, we talked about it, and we'd done In the Air Tonight as a band because he was part of KC Groove, the original.
Oh gosh, whoa!
Oh yeah, he was part of the original KC Groove Therapy, and we did. Well, man,
he wasn't dropping breakdowns though or anything. And it was
a little different. It was a 5-piece back then, and boy, that was a good band too. Some good people.
Gosh, yeah.
Kurt Coolidge, Kurt?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kurt Coolidge on bass guitar.
Wow.
And he sang. And then Dave Backus on guitar, and Tommy Waldridge on drums. Just insane drummer. And we were really good, really tight.
Wasn't Tommy in the Elders? Or is that
No.
the different Tommy? Different
No.
Tommy, okay.
Tommy used to be in a band called Odds Even back in the day. And fantastic, and he's still getting after his stuff. But yeah, no, it was a good band, and Steve Paddock was my keyboard player, and that was the first time I'd ever felt comfortable doing any Phil Collins, and we did In the Air Tonight, because you had to have a good band if you're going to do that stuff. You can't wreck it, So
right.
So that's where that started, and there were conversations. I'd been. Freddie Francis.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Freddie, God, he's so good.
Hey, he's amazing. He really.
He's so good.
The sounds he makes.
Yeah. No. Well, Freddie. First time I saw Freddie play was at the Lake of the Ozarks, and the place doesn't exist anymore. But it's when I first moved over here. Him and his wife were playing, and I just thought, God damn it! If I'm going to play music over here, I got to step up.
Yeah.
He was one of the first bands I saw, and then I saw Dan play with Johnny
Rampage.
Yeah, and they were doing a duet in a restaurant bar on Metcalf. That's the first time I saw them. I'm like, fucking good, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
They probably don't even remember that, but I didn't know them. I was just the observer. But as far as the Phil thing, I mean, it had come up. Freddie Francis had kind of mentioned to me about maybe doing, because he was doing the tribute bands, all of them.
Yes.
All of them.
Right.
Yeah, he said, how you fancy doing a tribute with us and doing like David Bowie and The Who?
Wow.
I mean, I love to sing David Bowie, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see myself. I struggle with Halloween. I do not like dressing up and all. It's not me. I do it, but I don't get excited about it. So it wasn't my thing. But I told him, I said, if I'm going to do anything, it would be a Phil Collins thing. And he was like, well, that's interesting. And I think he talked to the band about it. I think at that time they just didn't want to get into it and everything. But it got me thinking more about it because other people had suggested it. And Steve Paddock was like, "Oh, dude, you'd be great. You're like 5'6". He's 5'6". You got no hair. Fuck off." He goes, you're very, very below average looking. You're very average, and you sing and play drums a bit.
Yeah. Right.
So he said, "But that'd be if you're going to do something." And so I thought about it, and so that's
So that's, as a matter of fact, that was part of the first interview where we talked, like, it percolated. It took like several years because he was in from 08 to 13. He was in KC Group Therapy,
something like that. Yeah.
and then it was another 4 years until 17, 18 when you finally followed through on the Phil Collins experience coming to life.
Yeah, I mean, he stopped doing the KC Group Therapy. He had a lot going on with his life, and his daughter was going to college and all that stuff. So he wanted more time, understandably.
Yeah.
And then, all that passed, and then he got playing again in different stuff. And luckily, I miss that guy. I absolutely love Steve Paddock. Love him. His humor is
Oh, you
off the wall.
guys, now you're the way you both play off each other is enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell that you're both bros.
Yeah, no, he's the king of one-liners, first of all. And but anyway, so that's kind of how it got going in my head, and we've talked about how it got going. I had some good people around me that could help me get it to where I wanted it, because I'm kind of that all or nothing guy, and if I was going to do it, I wanted to do it big. Like I wanted to do the whole. I'd recently been watching a lot of this final farewell tour that Phil did.
Okay,
and it was
that
massive.
was this year or last year that he was doing the farewell tour. Right?
No. This was back in 2004.
Oh, four. Yeah, that's what you based your first set of shows on, was the 2004 tour.
When they had
Before, that was back when everybody advertised, "It's my final tour," and then they, like 30 years later,
everybody's still doing their final tour. Yeah, it's just a long tour. That's all.
Yeah.
No, but he had 4 horns, 4 backup singers, the 2 drum kits, percussion,
Big
the band. It's everything. And in my mind, I'm thinking, that's what I want.
Yeah.
It makes no sense whatsoever. Financially, logistically, it's the dumbest thing ever. But I'm thinking, well, I'm not doing it then if I can't do that.
Hey, the fans love it. Your fans love that.
And I had people around me, and I just, that was the time. Yeah. And so, you do things like that, and you bring people on, and who can help me do this, that, and the other. And then we had a great show at the Midland Theatre, was our opening show. But at the time, Phil had retired.
Yeah.
This was in 2017. He'd retired. He wasn't doing anything. I'm thinking, this is the perfect time. And of course, sure as shit, as soon as we had to rent Midland Theatre, and we brought on the production company to bring in all the lights, and we spent,
So it was like a big upfront cost on your part just to do it, just to get it off the ground.
Yeah, it was a massive investment.
Yes.
Yeah. Right at that point, Phil Collins announced, "I'm coming back.
Hey.
I'm coming back. I'm going
Hey,
to
y'all.
have
I'm back."
Nicky, my son, on drums." And that's why he came back, because he wanted to play with Nick.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Makes sense.
I don't mind it. But he was playing, the time we were playing at the Midland Theatre, he was playing in Omaha.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Right.
So, but
Right.
anyway, it worked out. The Midland show was fantastic, and we got out of it what we wanted out of it. And it turns out we had to kind of revamp the whole thing.
So how many people did you get to attend? Because this is your first show as this act, and nobody knows who they may know you from KC Groove Therapy.
Yeah.
But how did you draw a lot of people for that first show? Was it?
Yeah.
I mean, was that the right place to launch the project?
I was so nervous because that's a big place.
Yeah. 500 people can feel empty in the Midland.
Yeah, no. And well, I knew that with enough marketing and with my history with KCGT and the having a lot of I hate the word fans. I'm just not.
Sure.
I prefer friends.
Yeah.
You know, but enough trust, I think, that to announce something like that, I could get enough people to go.
And then the rest of the guys in the band could
Do their part,
bring their connections.
And it's
in.
a big enough band to where, you know, you have, if one guy can bring 10 people, you've got a 13-piece band. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right. I know for a fact there were more than 400 people that I knew because I was out selling tickets. Literally, physically, I was taking tickets to people for that first show.
At the Midland.
And that's how I met Jerome.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh,
And he wasn't
okay.
even, so he wasn't part of that first.
Nope.
So that's great.
That's how I met Jerome. Jerome messaged, I think, on Facebook or something. This guy messaged and he says, I'm really interested in your show, blah, blah, blah. I think I've got the messages still on my phone because we've talked about this. I met him down at Union Station. I said, dude, I will bring you tickets. I'm out delivering tickets. I will meet you. And I met Jerome at Union Station and took him tickets and he came to the show. And then it was after that we stayed in contact a little bit. He goes, you know, if you ever need a male singer, well, we auditioned for that. Yeah, I didn't know Delynia, who was the backup, insane back. You know Delynia Johnson, right?
No, I don't think
You
so.
should, and you should interview. Oh, I swear to God.
All right.
Yeah, no,
Next interview.
no, for real. Yeah, she's, you know, and Erin. I hadn't met Erin before, and she came to that, and. Do you realize Troy Schuster was my original drummer?
Oh, was he? I know Troy.
Yeah. I mean, no,
know,
I didn't know he was your original drummer,
He didn't make it to the show, but he was my original drummer, and then realized that he was too busy to do it. Son of a bitch.
Well, he runs his own company.
yeah,
he
he's a
runs
busy guy.
a financial management company.
Doing all kinds of stuff.
Right.
And,
Hey,
anyway, I still give him shit about it, but anyway,
even now.
even
Yeah.
right this
I'll
second.
tag him in the post.
Hey, real quick. Just talking about Phil Collins, it just dawned on me. So I save all my ticket stubs.
Yeah.
This is the one time I saw Phil Collins. It's the No Jacket Required tour.
I was there.
In 85 at Kemper Arena.
No, this is 85. No,
85.
No, it
yeah.
wasn't there. No, I was there in 97.
Okay.
97 in Kemper Arena.
Okay.
97, 98. One of those.
Yeah. So that
I wasn't old enough to be there in 85.
No, me neither. Really.
I wasn't. I was old.
So yeah, that's me. That's when I went and saw Phil
So
Collins.
this is right around the time they did Live Aid.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh,
It's the
right.
Same year.
same year.
Right. Right.
That's the time I kind of got my thing for Phil.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and it had nothing to do with his singing. It was the fact that he got on Concord.
Okay. Oh,
And appeared on Miami Vice.
Sure. He did England. He did Philadelphia.
He played in Wembley.
Yeah.
And then on the same day, somehow, by magic, he ended up in Philadelphia and played. And me and my friends were sitting down watching that whole thing. We're like, what just happened?
Wait, what? Yeah.
Yeah, and he got on Concord, which, like, to a 13-year-old kid at the time, which is what
That's
I
a big
was.
deal. Right.
You know, he was, that was a rocket ship. So,
Well, I went and saw him. There you go.
June 15th, 1980. That was like maybe, wasn't the original Live Aid around June?
it was in summer.
June of
It was
85.
in summer, so it must have been right there.
Wow.
Your cat loves me, by the way.
Clyde,
Just
the
dropped the
podcast cat.
damn ticket.
So I met Jerome, and then the next time we played at the Uptown, I invited him up for kind of cameo to come and just sing a couple of songs, I think. And then I'm like, he's in.
Yeah. Right.
He's awesome.
So how long has he been with the band then?
5.5 years, something like
Great.
that. Yeah.
Nice.
He's great. He just did a movie. A
Okay.
Christmas movie. He was just in a Christmas movie.
Hey, well,
So
it's
he
about time.
appeared, and did he like just as a singer, or was he acting in it?
He was
it
acting in it.
Hallmark?
I think he was like, it's a Hallmark
Really?
movie. And
Good for him.
I think he's like a referee in a wrestling. I don't know exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, he
You
was
have
just
to post that, share that along the.
Yeah.
I know Laurie is in that movie as a in the background,
Yeah.
I think.
I saw they filmed
Nice.
it in Kansas City. I'm assuming
St. Joe.
St. Joe. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And Laurie, well, you know Laurie, she's an author. She's come out with her.
We know a guy who's directed a couple Lifetime movies back in the day, who's based in Kansas City today.
Right.
So yeah,
What, Dennis Fallon,
Yep.
right?
No,
Nice, you okay?
all these guys in the band are just super talented,
Hey, yeah, right.
super interesting, and just got a lot going on. And yeah, I look around on stage. Honestly, I look around on stage sometimes. I'm like, what the hell am I doing?
Well,
Why am I here? I must be
you're
doing something.
talented.
I must be
You're-
doing something right.
yeah, you're very talented, and you're surrounded by a bunch of
it's
talent.
great to have.
surrounded.
It's great to have people around you that believe in the same thing and pulling in the same direction.
Right.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I was going earlier. I think with the whole charity thing, you know, every one of these guys could make a lot more money
Yeah.
doing gigs than they make with PCE. But, you know, we give all our merchandise money away to charity, first of
That's-
all.
that's great.
And
that
then
you do that.
to travel with this many people, you know, can only get paid so much from these venues.
Yeah.
You know, so we don't get paid a fortune at all. And so I'm very fortunate to be surrounded by the people that I am. They're as good as they are musicians. They're 100 times that humans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
right. I do.
and
I
that's
do know what
why
you mean.
we're all so close.
Yeah.
Good people.
Yes, right on, right on. And with that, I think that's a good time to wrap this up because we are hitting that.
We
It's the 4 o'clock. It's a hard 4 o'clock.
it's a
So
hard
I got another 4 hours. What are you doing?
Oh, hold on, wait. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. And with that, that concludes
Hey,
our latest
Terry,
episode.
Thank you so much.
Oh, what a
this
pleasure,
is
man.
great.
You
Thank
know
you
I'm
for
drunk,
this.
and I don't care.
That's great.
Over.
That's how I am when I see Casey Groove Therapy. I'm drunk and I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care if you double bass, Sweet Madam Blue.
Break it down. Break that shit down. Hey, good luck in 2026. It's going to be a great year for you.
It's going to be the best year yet.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll be there
Wait,
for it.
so you have when is the next Phil Collins Experience show,
Locally?
or just in general?
Yeah.
Oh, the next one is January 17th in St. Louis. From there, we tour Florida in January. We're in Nevada in
Gosh.
Florida in January, Nevada February, a massive Midwest to East Coast in March, including Knuckleheads on March 8th.
There you
March
go.
8th,
There you go.
ladies and
What about
gentlemen.
Puerto
Squeezing
Rico?
that one in.
When's Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico's on October 17th.
Book that one.
Yeah.
There we go.
Clear your schedule, Brian.
Clear it. Let's go.
All
Kansas
right.
City Nights.
Yeah, hey. Thank you, man.
Cheers, man.
Thank you.
Awesome.